Silver Palace is a game where you get to play as an inspector. Well, detective, but that's close enough. Oh my god guys, we're in our mind palace, this is just like Sherlock. And inspect this incredibly gigantic looking city. Genuinely, it looks stunning. It's like a Victorian style city mixed with more futuristic-y, yet still fantasy tech. But the fact that you get to play as an inspector is already a tick on my list. So why don't I add another job title under my belt and act as your tour guide, so we can explore every corner of this place and see what it has to offer. We're gonna have a whale of a time here. Also, thank you to Silver Palace for sponsoring this video. Chat, let her cook. Okay, we've just arrived in the city of Silvernia after some difficulties. Yeah, our sibling might have, died. Basically, we had a sibling and we went to this huge airship, but some guy attacked the queen, and then these stone statues appeared and okay, this entire fight scene was so cool. But then we kind of crashed and our sibling went... But don't worry about that, we have way more pressing issues. Like me stepping out of this carriage and where the heck did it go? Oh, the character even looks wherever you put the camera. After checking out the parade and getting attacked by a dog, as well as meeting another detective, we finally gain access to the city itself. There's already so much going on here, look at this map. It looks like there's gonna be different quarters of the city accessible, so I say we start with going around and unlocking every TP. Even the character screen is cool. Look at that. They have an entire tram system around the city? No way. It looks like you can't access it at the moment, but just the fact that this can go around the entire city in real time is insane. Look at this. That is a funky looking lamp, but also I think this is what they use to power everything in the city. Ooh, we've got another classic postbox and phone box duo going on. The postbox even has a hat. So there are certain buildings that are accessible, although even for buildings that aren't, they have these windows that you can kind of look through. What are these punk rockers doing here? I think we should teach them a lesson. I think there's been a murder. Someone should investigate that. Looks like this building is accessible. It's very cozy. The only thing I would add though is that it would be nice if you could sit down. Ah, here we go. We've got a different window this time. They've definitely taken a lot of Art Nouveau elements, in particular for decorations like this, the bus stop and the stand. And this is interesting too, because we can see on the cars that they also have that similar power element. We can see it in these lamps as well. Photobomb time. And we've got a different window this time. Yeah, you can't forget about placing litter everywhere. That is important decoration. Oh, this is cute. I love these little out of the way areas they've got. Oh, you can't sit on the swing though. This is the main architectural style of a lot of the city, which is kind of a mixture of Beaux Arts originating from Paris, but also other countries like Belgium or the Netherlands, where the townhouses are more colourful and varied to give the overall feel of a large European city during the Belle Epoque period. But essentially, we've got a load of architectural styles working together. Oh, what's this? Okay, so we've got some different gameplay elements too. We've got grappling hooks, which in the grand scheme of things, by the way, in this game, there are so many rooftops and little corners that you can find out of the way. This would literally be the perfect place to sit down and just watch everything. And this one has a great view. Ooh, a gelato stand, count me in. I want all of it. The NPCs are another very cool aspect that make the world feel a lot more alive. So many of them have their own little conversations going on, and then you got these guys trying to advertise their shops. Or this guy with his newspaper. I wonder what he's reading that's got him so worked up. Could it be about the new inspector in town? Is that a fire hydrant I see? Do you mind maybe not phasing through me? There are multiple different lantern styles too, and this one even has the justice symbol on it. Okay, that interior is a bit questionable. Why have we just got a single chair and a shelf in there? This is an aspect I love about exploring this city. It's not just all the cool little hidden details, but also how small and narrow some of the streets are. It's like you're weaving in and out, just like in a lot of real life Victorian lanes. Ooh, a chest. Don't mind if I do. We've got even more decor as well, like this newsstand or this water pump that very much seems to be modelled after actual Victorian water pumps. I can't read Silvernian. Does that mean you may enter? Because I see a chest that has my name on it. See, here's another example of that fantasy blending of different architectures. This is styled like a Victorian park entrance. Generally, pergolas made from iron, very floral, leading into an open-air botanical space. Right, let's go and get this waypoint then. Oh, or not. There's been another murder on the dance floor, guys. Man, this city really needs more detectives. They're doing a bad job. Now that we've unlocked quite a bit of the map, we can start to see how it's all kind of cordoned off into different districts with their own unique looks. Ah, there we go. There's the industrial quarter, where I'm also assuming they process the Silvernium. Now you might be wondering how I got up here for this amazing view. Well, we have a magical flying Pegasus. And actually, from above, we can also see that this same power is powering the rails. There's even some actual stations for them, but unfortunately, you can't actually use it at the moment still. Oh, now this is an interesting detail. The Silvernium is coming out from the chimneys. Interesting. Now I'm in the next district, which, as you can see, seems to be a lot more bleak and grey. Everything is a lot more run down. There are also a lot of interactions you can find throughout the city. I came across this one where I had to fight a load of thugs to rescue someone that was kidnapped. Now, see, here's the thing. This would be one of my concerns, because for as cool as this city looks, it would need a fair amount of content to fill it, so hopefully they do manage to do that. Ah, see, I'm in another district, and now we've gone from Art Nouveau to Art Deco. The choice in architecture is definitely important here, so we can make a distinction between different types of people within the city. Because we went from a very run-down, Victorian style aesthetic to this more rich, elegant, composed Art Deco, which is also where the big mining business that kind of runs everything is based. They do have things that you can do in the air as well, like picking up items from these air balloons. Yoink. That is a very large looking omelette? Guys, the architecture just keeps on architecturing. I am in love with it. This is the most Victorian looking shopping arcade. There are plenty of other influences too that suggest this is basically like a fantasy industrial age. This is a classic industrial dockside. Then there's that other area of the city. Not to mention when we think of air balloons, it's generally around this time period as well. And a bonus architectural style, Gothic Revival. No way, is that Tokyo Tower? Honestly, my impressions so far, just from having explored and gone through a lot of the story, the city itself is absolutely stunning. And in particular, the story is actually very interesting. This entire sequence where you're in a dreamscape and the halls and rooms keep twisting and turning was simple, sure, but I love how they use the environments to enhance the narrative. Plus, I actually think the entire opening sequence was a very solid start to bring you into the story. The characters feel like actual people, even the MC, and I'm excited to see where they go from here with the game. Speaking of characters, each has a very unique design. My two favourites would have to be Red Rose. Look at the details on that dress. And Cinderella, looking a bit different here though. She attacks with both a sword and her gun, and in her ult, even attacks with an entire carriage. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to my mind palace now.